Well, the first church I ever pastored, we didn't have a baptistry, and I had come there, and there was two guys that wanted to be baptized. One of them had been saved before I got there. The other one had been saved a long time ago and never had joined, so he wanted to be baptized, and I said, okay. Talked to them both, and I said, okay. And the one that had been saved a long time come up, and he said, now, my daddy is a missionary from Mexico. And he said, or in Mexico, and he said, can he baptize me? And I said, well, as long as he's been ordained, he's ordained Baptist minister, I don't see why he can't help it. So he said, all right. So I met him one time, little bit short man, dark-headed, black horn-rimmed glasses, about that tall, short man. And his son was time and a half him. And so we come to the baptizing, and the deacon, there was one deacon in this little bitty church. And he said, I know a place we can have baptized. And I said, okay. He said, now, we're going to meet up here whenever time was to go. And he said, I'll lead you where it's at. And I said, okay. So I had been to lots of creek baptizings, but I had never officiated at creek baptizing. So we pulled up, we went way back in the sticks, I mean left and right, back through hollers I had never seen in Gordon County. And we come out way over yonder and stopped on the side of the road. And there was a fence and a pasture. And you could see a ditch way over yonder. Well, when I got out, the deacon's wife, I got out of the car and I went to talk to him. She threw a towel over my shoulder and handed me a stick. And I thought, what's the stick for? And I didn't tell her that because I didn't want to look like I was ignorant, you know. But I thought, I don't have a clue what this stick is for. So, but here we went, me and that deacon, and we led the crowd. And I said, I felt like Moses leading the children of Israel out across that pasture with that stick. And I thought, and about halfway out through there, I figured out what that stick was for. You gauge the depth of the water with that stick and hunt for holes. And so I got out in that water, and everybody was behind me that was going in the water. And the little missionary guy had come to baptize his son, and he had worn a white shirt and black polyester pants and flip-flops. And so we started out in that water, and I got out there, and of course I was about time and a half of what I am now, and that water was going just rolling by because it had rained or something. That water just rolling. And so I stepped out there in that water, and I just parted the water. And that little missionary guy, he just spruced up as close as he could behind me, because if he hadn't, he would have been gone. And so I was standing here like this, and he was right behind me, and I turned around, and he was in the way, you know. And so we got out there, and I got the first guy, and he was about that big around. Got him up there, and I baptized him, and when I put him down, I mean, that water was going that way. And I grabbed hold of him and tried to pull him up, and when I did, I got him up, but it was hard. And I thought, if I let go of him, he'll be gone. And so I got him baptized, and then there was the little missionary guy and his time and a half his big son. And so I backed up out of the way. Well, that water's just rolling. And so that little missionary man, he got up there, and he got his son, and he put him down. And when he tried to pull him up, he got him back, and his son's head come up like this, and he went back down again. And he pulled him up like this, and he come up like this, and he went back down again. And I thought, Lord, he was going to kill that boy. And so I just stepped right